This is the 5-Minute Youth Devotional Reading with Alex Sarria.
September 19, the appointed days. What then will you do on festival days? What will you do on days of feasting in the Lord's presence? Hosea 9:5. My wife Esther and I, flying from Germany to Spain, where we live, with a layover in Italy. We left on Friday and hoped to get home before sunset. However, we ended up spending the Sabbath at the Milan Malpensa airport. It had been a very long day because we wanted to spend special time with our family and in church. In addition, everything was foreign to us. Something similar happened to the northern kingdom of Israel. They turned away from God and ended up far from their beloved land, uprooted and wandering. The prophet Hosea wondered what they did when they were in stage lands and remembered that it was a Sabbath or a holiday, when they should have made shelters with palm and lemon leaves and were in places where it was not possible, when they should have celebrated Passover, but there was neither unleavened bread nor bitter herbs. What great sadness. It is the same today. How many of God's children have left the faith and must remember from a distance the debates from Sabbath school, and the repeated themes in a sermon, and the pastor's words of exhortation? What about Sabbath dinners in the church hall? I do not know if they will miss the gluten and the soy substitutes. But what about the friendly and sincere chats? What about the baptism, communion, and wedding feasts? They may be at work, forgetting that it is the day we turn away from our own to spend time with Him. They may be in bed after a Friday seeking for madness and pleasure. They may simply be resting at home because painful memories have taken them away from longed-for spaces. How sad, because they are our children, our brothers and sisters, our friends, and even those who at one time were a good influence. And on the appointed days, we might remember those who are missing. At the end of the book of Hosea, Ephraim, representing the northern kingdom, wondered if it was worth following other gods. He repented of his behavior, and God, always ready to forgive, replied that, "I have heard and observed him." Hosea 14:8. Then the book ends. How good it would be if those who knew Jesus and who, for one reason or another, had turned away from him, said the same thing to themselves. Perhaps, on the appointed days, someone could remind them that we miss them and that the Lord does not care about their past, but about the longing for a future together. Maybe that someone could be you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this was helpful for you, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Always remember this: walking with God is the greatest thing you could ever do. You are His priority. Make Him yours, and you will always live out your purpose. God bless.